Hi, I'm Dar with the Helia Technology Report, and today we're going to talk about backup. Now, backup is a very emotional issue when you've lost files, and I've lost files. We've had customers lose files, and it's because we don't have the proper backups in place. So let's talk about that for a minute. On a server, you can have redundant drives. That means if there's a failure and one drive fails and your data is lost, it's okay because it shows up on another drive. So that's one form of data protection, not necessarily backup. Now with a backup, it means that you've got a physical copy of that data that's not real time, that's from the past sometimes, removed from your equipment. And why is that important? Well, there's a couple things. We have ransomware viruses these days that encrypt your data and then ask for your credit card to get it back. Well, we want to avoid that. We might have fires. We might have theft where your actual physical equipment is destroyed. We want to avoid that. You might have an employee who's malicious and destroys files. We want to avoid that. We might have an employee that's well-meaning and doing their job, but just accidentally erases a file or overwrites it and or changes the data, and they think they're just doing their job. And then the data is lost, and we want to avoid that as well. So this is what you need to do. In your server, having redundant drives is very important. That's an inexpensive way to do it. But then we wanted to look at something called cloud backup. Now, I've got cloud backup on our IT-support-Calgary website that I want to show you. And what it allows you to do is do a backup every night, or twice a day, or once a week, whatever you want to do. And it takes it and it puts it into a data center here in Canada. It's actually up in Kelowna, on our east part of our country. And that allows you, so if there is any of those problems, you can just simply go back into the software, retrieve an older version of that same file, and voila, everything is back to normal. It's really easy to set up. It just takes care of itself. You do want to check your backups on a regular basis to make sure that the things are being backed up and backed up properly. Let's have a quick look at how to install this software, and then in another video we'll have a look at how to use it and how to set up your backup. Okay, so we're going to download and install the software. First thing we want to do is go to www.it-support-calgary.ca, and we're going to go to hosted backup. You'll also find that here under services and hosted backup. Now if we scroll down to the bottom of the page, here's two install URLs. There's one for 64-bit Windows and another one for 32-bit Windows. Now you might ask, which one do I need? Well, if you got a newer computer the last year or two, it's probably 64-bit, but you can right click on your start button, go up to systems, or if you're an older version of Windows, it would be properties, and you'll come up with a screen like this, and you can see mine says 64-bit. Now I'm using Windows 10, so if you got a different version, it's probably different. I'm going to click on this. Now I don't have the fastest of internet connections here, so this says it's going to take about 5 minutes to download. I'm going to pause the video and I'll be right back as soon as this finishes up. Okay, so we've got this download, so the next thing we're going to do is go in here and open this. Now, might come up with a message. Yeah, this is okay, protected by your PC. It's this is software from not one of the super big companies, and so we have to go through this extra check. So you have to press advanced, and then we say run anyways. And then we have another message here, so we're going to say yes again, I agree. And all of this is just default. So it's going to go through here, run a couple scripts and install the backup. So even if you're not logged on to your computer, as long as your computer is powered on, it will run the backup at a scheduled time. So this is the first video. We also going to have a second video that you'll find here that shows you how to set up the backup and select the files that you want to back up and keep the files that you don't need to be backed up, not backed up. Now this is an important point with cloud backup, because not everything needs to be backed up. Every gigabyte that you actually back up costs you money. Not much, but it costs you a little bit of money, so you want to be particular. The files that you're really going to be in trouble with, if they aren't there, those are the ones we want to back up. Okay, so we're going to click Finish. It's going to open up the program. Here we are, and so this is where we'll get started with this next video. Thanks for watching. I'm Dar with the Helia Technology Report. Bye for now.